Hey guys, what is going on? We have Perfect, who I think is on Team VP. I may be completely wrong by that. He's on some clan that I don't know of. Maybe someone in the chat will look at those brackets I just linked and let me know what clan he is on. Perfect versus tQWannaBe. This is the round of 64, I think. I think the next round is the round of 16, where they will get to play Xel'Naga's line. Yes, more Koreans. Ever since Hwang Sin won the last tQWannaBe. The one Korean to join a foreign tournament and take it, like, that's kind of embarrassing. I guess I can kind of see DreamHack when it's like 54 people and 5 of them are Koreans. The Korean can take it, but, well, no, a Korean didn't take actually that. So a huge spoiler, but that's a little bit odd, a little bit old. And a little bit odd, PPP so soon. Pausing. He is at a LAN. This computer blows. Not this one. My computer is amazing, as you should be having some sweet 1080p stream quality. Apparently the computer that tQWannaBe is on is not so good. While we wait. And I can never seem to play that song and get a full launch. These players are just so quick with resuming. As soon as I start playing the song, players are like, oh my god, here comes that music, I better start the game. So yeah, we are playing back. Perfect versus Wannabe. Wannabe is on Team ThinkQuick. I think Perfect's on Team VP, but do not quote me on that one. We have that 10 supply depot going up and then 9 pylon, so game... maybe a 10 pylon. I think this is a 10 pylon. Or like a 9.5. Nope, 10 pylon, because he's throwing down an 11 gate. Not a 10 gate, but going with that 11 gate. Pretty fast gateway coming out from Perfect. I don't know exactly what the 11 gate is good at. I guess you get an earlier cybernetic score, not by much. Like the 10 gate, you get a super early cybernetic score. The 12 gate or 13 gate, you get a normal time cybernetic score. The 11 gate, I guess that one is kind of like Porge and just right. Sadly, StarCraft is not like Goldilocks. And the middle, the medium, normally the worst. The just right Porge in StarCraft 2 would be the most horrible one ever, because whoever played super risky or super safe would have such a big advantage. So you never want to be playing in the middle. Well, kinda the middle. It's kind of hard to say that. You never want your timings in the middle, I guess you can say. You want either your research to just start after you win a battle, or just finish right before a battle. If the research is halfway done, or like a quarter of the way done, and you engage, you're like, oh my god, that's such a waste of money right now. That's not going to benefit me at all. I wish I had like 5 more Marines. Type deal. I don't know. Crazy tangent. Probably had a lot of long things on about that. But maybe there was some value. Maybe you picked up something about that. And we do have this Nexus at 60 energy right now. Going to be chrono boosting a Stalker out and getting his chrono boost at the same time. And he may just have the perfect 4 gate with that 11 gate. We'll find out. But it looks like a 1 gate expand. And he doesn't care about that, man. He's like, come on, see my Nexus. See it. And this is kind of vulnerable. Because, again, he doesn't really have any units out. All-ins from Terran at this point, if he just all-ins, doesn't commit heavily to it. Ignores the Nexus, which sounds so silly. Ignore the Nexus. Bring everything up here. Build bunkers. You can put the Protoss in a lot of trouble. And a lot of times players, when they see this, they're like, you know what, I should just attack this. But generally, I always say, just go for the main. Chances are you won't be taking this Nexus down, as we found out from, who was it? Revolution. But Revolution was playing super macro, kind of played in the middle, then went heavy macro. Because he went with the last game we casted. It was a PVT. And if you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend going on a YouTube channel, finding that VOD. Follow me on Twitter at ipsc, twitter.com/ippsc. If you don't have Twitter but have Facebook, you can also search for ipsc there. And I'll be linking that, because that was such an insane game. What happened? Both players, 1 barracks expand, 1 gate expand. But into that 1 barracks expand, he built a bunker, got it up, had the sickest bunker micro ever with Marines and SCVs. And you're thinking like I'm an idiot. That's a stationary structure. How can you micro? Trust me, it is sick. And we have 1 probe idle right here, just following this one, kind of like a dog, sniffing the other's rear. Constantly not getting any work done. He is just getting high off those blue fumes. As we see, ready? Yes, blue fumes! And then goes back around. And now the SV goes through, it will Perfect realize that. No, I don't think he will. Now that Zealot is chasing that one SCV, the SCV does see it's a 1 gate expand into... Whoa! This is extremely risky. What is... Perfect just sees a wall. But, wow. Banshee, that's going to be so good that he did this 1 gate robo expand. Generally, the 1 gate robo, a little bit risky. Perfect says, you know what? 1 gate robo, 1 gate expand into robo. That is like the epitome of risky play there. Because if anything came, his defense at 7 minutes is a sentry, a zealot, and a stalker. But you know what? He's going to be perfectly safe against this Banshee. But Wannabe is getting up to do one interesting all-in. And I would really like a Raven first and then a Banshee, just so he has enough energy for point defension when this hits. Chances are he's going to wait for 2 tanks, 2 Banshees, and a lot of millions, and just go in and win the game. This is a super, super strong push. And he's actually got 2 Banshees, so he should just be going now. He's not going to be getting close because he's going for those tanks and Immortal. Maybe the answer, but there's a lot of Marines. This Banshee going to be racking up those probe kills. And this Observer may see this. See that's an all-in. Stop building those probes. And realize, oh my god, I got to get units. If this Banshee goes down, that'll be absolutely huge. It did get 6 kills, but it is 38 probes to 28 SCV. So even though he's lost 6 probes, you can see how much Wannabe cut workers. And he's been bringing workers. He's like, it's not enough, I don't have enough of you, but I'm going to bring you into battle. So definitely all in right here from Wannabe, but he did see the one, like this risky play from Perfect, so I'm not sure if he does this build a lot. Or maybe this is just, he's like, oh, you're not going to be able to defend this if you did this fast expand. But Perfect, I don't think any Protoss really has done what Perfect has done with the style that he's gone with. And it looks like, I don't know, that Immortal, if he was microed a bit better and didn't stick behind so much, he would have been able to do a lot more. Now we have a lot of units retreating, but the Banshees and tanks are gone. So Perfect, all he needs are these Stalkers. And he can bring probes and be just fine. I think Perfect has broken, not broken, but held off Wannabe's push. Going off to this workout again, 42 to 29. And he's got the second base, but the command center is landing. That is an orbital command, so he can kind of recover off of this. But everything that in my gut tells me, this is hard to recover from. And another Banshee is coming in. That may get a lot of kills. See, we have these. They can actually do a full whoop-in. Doesn't have any forward pylon, so he's going to have to whoop in at his base anyways. And some Marines do get picked off. Bunker going up. And oh no, there is a forward pylon back here. And it looks like that tank goes down. These 2 Zealots going in, and they do get close to the tank. This is gonna most likely be game over. Those SCVs can't even repair that bunker fast enough. Zealot's doing so much damage. It looks like Perfect. He knows how to do this. And I'm actually kind of surprised because that's a pretty strong all-in from Terran. That timing attack that Terran does, there goes the GG. But that's a pretty strong timing attack that was held off with the fast expansion. I know there was a Banshee in that mineral line, but who cares? Perfect held it off. You can look at the army value. You can look at the resource collection. Very good for Perfect. And you can see no army, no army, no army, and both players just skyrocketing. So I guess this is where he got the tech. He got the factory with Tech Lab. He got the starport with Tech Lab. So this is when he started building his units. Very high tech. And this is when all those gateways in his expansion kicked in and started building units. So you can see the army was actually quite even for a 1 base all-in versus a fast expand build. So very well played from Perfect there.